my channel. Today's video is about how to become a registered veterinary technician in North America. So in order to become a registered veterinary technician, there is 3 steps. First one is to get a degree like bachelor's degree or a post-secondary diploma from Avma or Cvma accredited veterinary technician programs. And second, you have to get like VTNE, which is Veterinary Technician National Exam, and then you have to get like registration or licensing from state or provincial boards, which is the regulatory body which actually gives you the license or the permission to practice as a veterinary technician in that province or in that jurisdiction. The Avma or Cvma veterinary technician accredited programs varies in length depending upon the program you're enrolled into. So they can be 2 years, 3 years and 4-year program. The traditional post-diploma, secondary diploma programs are 2 years, which is offered by most of the Canadian universities. And in US, there is like a Bachelor of Science veterinary technician program, which program length is up to 4 years, which is basically a bachelor's program. And there is an associate science post-secondary diploma course for veterinary technician, which is offers 2 years program. Nowadays, colleges have introduced like a hybrid model, where you can take online classes, lectures wherever you are, and also you will get like hands-on experience for 6 weeks or externship as a traditional program. So this program length is 3 years. So you can also enroll into these kind of program. Only thing you have to make sure is that you will get like a specified hours of hands-on experience, which is specified by the jurisdiction where you want to work. The main thing before you enroll into a veterinary technician program is to identify the colleges which are Avma or Cvma accredited, which is like American Veterinary Association or Canadian Veterinary Association accredited. So I have provided the link in the description box, which you can use as a reference. After successfully completing veterinary technician program from an Avma or Cvma accredited program, you have to write an exam, that is Veterinary Technician National Exam. This is actually conducted by American Association of Veterinary State Board. This organization conducts this exam 3 times a year. And this is actually a multiple choice exam with 170 questions, and it is actually 3 hours long. And there are like PSI testing center for this exam throughout US and Canada. And there are also live remote proctored control exams available as well. Can you write the Veterinary Technician National Exam without graduating from an Avma or Cvma accredited program? So for that, there is an alternate route where you can get on-the-job training, or if you are a graduate from a different degree or program, certain states in US actually allow you to write the Veterinary Technician National Exam. So that states include Alaska, California and Wisconsin. So you have to actually contact these state boards in order to know for what are the requirements in order for you to take this alternate pathway. So I'll also leave a link in the description box where you can get the details, contact details for the licensing board in different states and also in province. Finally, after successfully completing the Veterinary Technician National Exam, you have to get registered or licensed by state regulatory bodies in US and provincial regulatory bodies in Canada. This state and provincial licensing board for veterinary medicine is actually tasked to regulate the practice of veterinary medicine in their jurisdiction in order to protect the public. These state and provincial regulatory bodies or licensing bodies have their own rules and regulations which you have to fulfill in order to practice as a veterinary technician in that jurisdiction. Is it compulsory to get registered or get the license before you practice as a veterinary technician in any state or in province? Before answering that question, you need to know about credentialing. So there are like three types of credentialing. One is no credential required, which is like you don't need like a credentialing, like a registration or license in order to practice as a veterinary technician. And the second one is voluntary credentialing, where there is like private organizations such as like State Veterinary Technician Association will have maintain or enforce certain requirements in order to practice as a veterinary technician in that jurisdiction. And the third one is compulsory credentialing, where a government organization or government body will be controlling the practice by legislated acts. So that is the three different credentialing. In Canada, in provinces like Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick required like a licensing or registration in order to practice, and in other province it's actually a voluntary credentialing. In US, so veterinary technician licensing or registration is mostly controlled by the state regulatory boards or the state licensing board. So you have to contact them before you start practicing as a veterinary technician in that jurisdiction. Now let's focus on foreign veterinary technician graduates. Is it possible for them to write the veterinary technician national exam? So this is actually a tricky question. So in order to write veterinary technician national exam, you have to be a graduate from Avma or Cvma accredited program, or you have to take the alternate pathway which is specified only for Alaska, California and Wisconsin. So the other thing you can do is to get registered or licensed in a province in Canada, province in Canada or states in US. For example, in Alberta, graduates from non-accredited veterinary technician program can get the registration in Alberta Veterinary Medical Association after successfully completing an assessment. So like that, you have to know like what are the state regulatory bodies and provincial regulatory bodies requirements, then like you can practice as a veterinary technician in that jurisdiction, regardless if you are like, if you have completed like a VT any exam. So for that specification, you have to contact states boards in US and provincial regulatory boards in Canada. So I as I said earlier, I have provided the link in the description for the board regulatory bodies contacts details. So you can contact them and just know your the details for your specific circumstances. If you're a foreign student who wish to take veterinary technician program in North America, first of all you should have like a biology background, and this veterinary technician program, getting into this program can be sometimes competitive, so they look into your animal experience. So if you have like voluntary experience and also like some other clinical experience with animals, that's well and good. And the third thing is like here you should just get into an Avma or Cvma accredited programs to make sure to get into those programs. And the fourth thing is the tuition fees here. So for the domestic tuition fees, it's from 5,000 CAD to 7,000 CAD per year, and for domestic fees it can go up to 15,000 CAD to 17,000 CAD per year. So this is like the basic North American universities. You can also consider going into Caribbean islands like Ross University, St. George's University. They also provide like veterinary technician programs, so you can go check out their websites as well. Let's wind up this video by letting you know the salary range of veterinary technician in North America in general. Before moving on to that, I would like you to know the different nomenclatures given to veterinary technician in North America. First is registered veterinary technician, the second one is licensed veterinary technician, and the third one is licensed veterinary medical technician and certified veterinary technician. So the registered and licensed veterinary technician is one and the same. They have registrations or licensing in state boards in US or provincial regulatory boards in Canada. The certified veterinary technicians are graduates from an Avma or Cvma accredited veterinary technician programs, but they don't have a registration or licensing with any state or provincial regulatory boards. So if it's that clear to you, let's move on to the salary range. So as a veterinary technician, you will earn from like $15 per hour to a max of $29 per hour in Canada in general, and this depends upon which province you are in. And the average salary range is $25 per hour in Canada. And moving into US, you can earn up to a $45,000 to $52,000 per year as a veterinary technician. This also depends upon your experience and skill set. So you have to improve your skill sets in order to earn more. That's all for today's video. So if you're watching this video without subscribing, please consider subscribing this channel. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Thank you.